Hello and welcome to another Digital Design Vision Creations production. My name is Arc Companion and I am working on an RPG Maker tutorial. This is my first tutorial and I hope you will enjoy and actually learn something from the common knowledge and a little bit of expertise in creating an RPG game in RPG Maker MV. Okay, I'm just going to open up RPG Maker MV. I've already loaded into a project. If you would like to try to load into the project, all you do is you go File, New Project. I'm just going to say Save Changes, and then you just type in whatever it is you'd like your project to be named, and then you hit OK. Okay, in this tutorial I'm just going to start by making a map, and it's going to pretty much start as knowing how to use the simple functions of tile sets, which are these to the left hand side. These can be painted onto this area here, which is the actual map. At the moment I have it on the events grid setting. This is the map setting, so we'll click that. Okay, down here you have the list of your maps. I'm just going to right click and go edit. We are going to name, you've got named and display name, so let's start by saying main map. I'm going to press Ctrl A and Ctrl C and then Tab and then Ctrl V to paste it into display name. That way then in display name it'll pop up in when you play test your game or when you render your game. In the display name, that's what will pop up in the, I believe, left hand side, top left or top right. Don't quote me on that. There's tile sets. I'll just show you what tile set. The standard tile set settings. I'll get into the future on how to actually change the future tile sets and also how to import different tile sets. Okay, so you got overworlds. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's the outside world. You got outside, which means in townships, in cities. You got inside, which is furniture and stuff like that. You got dungeon, and also you got sci-fi outside and sci-fi inside. So we're going to stick with overworld. We've got width and height. Width and height is, I'm going to make the width at about 40 and the height at, no, actually I'm going to make it a bit larger than that. I'm going to make it 120 for width, pressing tab to move to the height. And for the height, I'm going to make it 110. Okay, I'm not going to worry about anything else in the settings here, like autoplay background music, autoplay background sounds. I'll get to those in future tutorials as well. Okay, I'm just going to click OK. Okay, as you can see, it's basically expanded it to a very large checkered type background. To zoom out, you can either use these buttons up here. To zoom in is the so that helps there, but to zoom in and out with the hotkeys, you hold down Control and use your scroll mouse wheel button. As you can see, I'm just scrolling with the mouse wheel. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to turn around and actually create basically a main map island, basically. So let's start with the land, and then we'll create the outside of the actual island with water. So I'm going to click on this button here, which is flood fill, which is basically it pastes and fills the entire map with the tile set. I've clicked on the dark grass, so actually I'll click on the light grass. There's a reason for that. Okay, so that. There we are. Now I want to create the water, so this is the water icon here. You got many different water icons. Actually, no, I believe this one, the darker water. Now I'm going to show you a bit of a trick I learned on how I basically learned it from YouTube. How to actually create and form the shape of your actual continents. So I'm going to click the pencil, which means the pencil means you click once, and as you can see, it puts down one tile. If you hold it down and then drag your mouse, you can actually see there that the actual water is running into like a stream. So now that I've done that, the trick is to add the normal fill button, and then all you do is you obviously we've already chosen the water tile, so we just click on the outside, and as you can see, that pretty much helps form the great big islands there that we're on, that we've created. So yeah, let me just click on events, because we've got our main character out in the water, so we will all we do is just right click, go down to the bottom of starting position and click player. So I'm just going to zoom in. This is the actual size button. Displays the map to scale 1:1. It basically means it changes it to the scale as as when and if you were actually playtesting or actually playing the actual game. So what you do is you just click that, and we've got to try to find our character. There he is. Just going to click and drag our character closer to more the edge, because that's where we want the starting town to be. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so we want to try to start, basically, I was going to say decorating, but more forming our island into an actual decent island. So we're going to start with some trees. Let's get out of events mode and go into map mode. And we don't want to use the fill button, because as you can see, what happens is it just fills the entire island of trees. So Control Z to go back a step. Excuse me. Mouse a bit dry. Okay, let us click on the pencil, and let's move the cursor around and get some trees onto our island. Okay, just sort of around the outside. Okay, now that we've got a few trees, let's have a look. Okay, we want a starting house. So this starting house, well, it's a nice little house. So let's place the house right about here. As you can see, I will zoom in a bit more. That way then you can sort of see it a bit better. Let's have a look. We want a starting town. So, by the way, when you're in the tile sets and you're busy clicking around, you notice there that certain tiles are more than one square in size. All you do is you just click on one of these squares and hold down the left mouse button and sort of drag, and as you can see, it creates like a little white box there that is busy getting larger and smaller as you move your mouse in and out. So we just want, obviously, just the two squares of the tile of this town. So where do we want the town though? Let's make the town right across here. No, I'll just press Control Z. I'm going to put the town just here. Okay, so what do we want to do next? Let's create sort of like a college of some sort of like a a skill where you can learn skills. So let's place that there. And what else do we want? How about like the actual castle? Because obviously there's always someone in charge of the different towns and districts. So let's see, where should we place that? I reckon, let's zoom out for a second. I reckon let's place it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place, no, actually, I'm going to place some sort of like a rocky hill line. So let's use the rectangle tool, because what we can do is when we hold down our left mouse button, it will create a whole line of actual rocks, and there's a reason for why I want to do that. As you can see, it looks a bit strange because it's not, you know, you don't see many rocky stone mountains there that are so perfectly aligned. So all we do is, as you can see, I've got the little square box in sort of like in the center of the other four. As you can see, there's four along there. So we want it just in the center, and we just want to click and drag only so that you can see the other rocks forming in between the line of the other rocks. Now we're going to go back to the pencil, and what we're going to do is just click some extra rocks in to the rock face, the rock line. Let's zoom out a little bit more, and what we can do is, you know what, we'll create a rock face right around here. So let's have a look. Let's have the rectangle shape again, and okay. Alright, so let's hold down Control and zoom straight back in to, and just move the, as you can see, I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. Alright, so the castle isn't exactly right in the center, so let us, if you right click on any tile on the actual map, you can you can recreate, you can use that same tile. So I'll right click on the tree, and then let's have a look. I'll just create some more trees over here. So, let's have a look. So what we're going to do is we are going to right click on the grass and just erase or change this castle. Now let's have a look. Let's place the castle right in the middle. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put some more trees so that way then there's no gap. Actually, no. I'm going to actually place like sort of like a place where we can have like a tower. Okay, so let's put some trees there, but let's leave a gap so that way then you can sort of okay, let's put some trees near the rock face. Okay, what else do we want to add? Okay, we're gonna put like sort of like a small temple sort of thing. What else? Let us actually. I'm going to try to put like. Let's have a look. Let us put like losing track. Let's have a look. There we are. Like a small ruins where, and what we want is actually I'll put this like sort of like haunted Dracula type castle right there. So let's have a look. Let's place some clouds. Okay, so what else can we do? What I'm going to do is we're going to go back to the tile set of the elements to that, where you create a like a the actual land, and let us use the fill tool, and let's get rid of the clouds. Let's see if the clouds, yeah, let's okay, so there we go. Now what we need is like a path, so let us start drawing a path. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Let us add some more trees. Actually, what we want to do is the little technique I have is where you basically create lighter grass where the trees are, and darker grass where the rest of the just usually near the path. So let's have a look. There we are. Alrighty, so here. Okay, so what do we want? This here, along here like this. Alright, that looks pretty good. So let's have a look. Let's just put the trees along the lighter outlines. Excuse me. Okay. Well, let's zoom out and see what we have. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna quickly go into the database, which is basically this little cog icon. And the reason why I'm going into there, you see all these tabs, we'll get to those a little bit later. But let's click on probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the 11th one down. And what we need to do is, you'll see these tabs here. And what we need to do is we need to click on this tree icon. That way then you can't walk over the top of the trees. So yeah. Okay, now that that's done, alright, now that we have that map, let's play test the game. Sorry about that. That must have been pretty loud. Let's have a look. Okay. So this is the map. Let's have a look at this. This is the tower we placed. Okay, so everything seems to be working reasonably well. Alright, well, that concludes the first tutorial. I hope you enjoyed learning from more of a simple perspective on how to create a map. This is Art Companion signing off. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you are interested or have any advice about me creating a tutorial.